Ozark is the new Netflix original series, a drama starring Jason Bateman, Laura Linney, Julia Garner, among others. This follows Marty Bird, a financial advisor who we learn is working with some very shady characters. In the violent opening episode, we learn he is dealing with a Mexican drug cartel runner who ends up murdering a bunch of people, and in order to save his own life as well as the lives of his family members, Marty concocts this plan to move to Missouri where he can take over several small businesses in an attempt to launder $500 million worth of dirty drug money within 5 years in order to appease this evil drug cartel man. And so then he picks up his family and they go. And very quickly they're embroiled in this terrible redneck family. Actually, quite a few terrible redneck families. That's basically how this show goes. But Marty's trying to set up a new life down in Missouri, and it's how he connects with all the other different members of the town, some good, some bad, but as he connects with them and tries to start these businesses so we can try to get this money through, we see a lot of different dynamics set up that, while slow at first, provide for a good payoff in the end. I will say that this show definitely has a slow start. You do have to get into it. It wasn't until I finished episode 5 that I was like, okay, now I really need to keep watching. So I will say, if you feel like it's slow at first, but you're intrigued, definitely stick with it, because there are some nice set pieces and plot points and things that definitely come all together towards the end. I definitely don't really want to say anything, because binging it all for yourself is the fun of it. Added fun to this show is that each episode starts with a symbol like this, where we have 4 symbols, and you kind of get an idea of what may happen throughout the show, but it's interesting as an audience member to be trying to figure out what goes on, and oftentimes they throw you off. I see why they did that, but it's definitely fun trying to figure it out as it goes. The performances in this show are really good. Jason Bateman is, oh my god, amazing. I mean, I've always really liked him, but he is very good in the dramatic role here. He is, I mean, you can find him funny in moments, but he is pulling no punches here, and he is a badass, and I definitely would be interested in seeing more of this show just because of his character. Laura Linney, I always really like her. She's very good. Julia Garner plays this scrappy little tough chick who is member of this really awful redneck family, but she ends up doing a lot of interesting things that helps her form a relationship with Marty, and that's very interesting as it goes. Like I said, the relationships are all very interesting. This is definitely a show about choices and consequences, and I always really like that. I think that's what makes a series work. It's how everything connects from episode to episode. There's got to be a nice, good web there. And this show definitely does that well. I think that there is quite a bit more that they could do after this. I don't know if this will end up getting more than 1 season. As it is, it's satisfying enough, but there definitely is a good setup that they could have a lot more fun with this. I think it's a good show. It isn't the best, isn't great. It was a little slow in the beginning, and it is what it is, but I'm going to give Ozark a 3 out of 5. It was definitely better than I was expecting. I managed to binge all 10 episodes in 2 days, so that means something, right? I'm going to do a lot more on Netflix, because I'm a big Netflix watcher, and you never really know which ones are the gems and which ones aren't. There's a lot of content out there, and sometimes it's nice to have someone's opinion to be able to say, yeah, that's worth the binge, if you like shows like this. I think that this will be a good replacement for Bloodline. I was very over Bloodline, and I would like to see more of Ozark. This is definitely a good show of drama where you have a family doing a lot of bad things, but it isn't quite as annoying as Bloodline, where all those characters end up getting them into an even worse situation. Here you see them really trying to dig their way out of the hole, and I like that a lot more. So hopefully we get more. What did you think? What are some of your favorite shows on Netflix? Sound off below, and feel free to subscribe to check out for any future reviews.